How's it going, guys? I'm OGL Schmitt. This is Custom OGT. Hope everyone's week has gotten off to a good start because things are about to heat up. This isn't going to be a deep dive like any other. This is going to be a deep dive into a burning ring of fire. The song Ring of Fire, known as a Johnny Cash song, it was actually written by a woman that would become his wife, June Carter, and originally performed by her sister Anita. Co-writing this song was a man named Martin Kilgore. This is a name I've heard a lot. He was a big part of Hank Williams Jr.'s career, among other things. So there is a lot of star power attached to the song. And oh my God, it has... there have been so many covers of the song in every genre of music. There have been country covers, there have been punk covers, ska covers, reggae covers, power metal covers. And this cover right here by Home Free, an a cappella version featuring Avi Kaplan, the bass from the Pentatonics at the time. He has since gone on to have a solo career. This video and this version of the song was really big on the reaction channel circuit around the time I first started getting into reaction channels. So that in and of itself attaches a lot of memories to it. That was an interesting time in my life. Reaction channels actually helped pull me out of a very, very dark period. And I feel like I've kind of come full circle. I associate this sort of music with reaction channels, so I feel like, hey, I'm a real reactor now. So I'm familiar with the song to a certain degree, but I don't think I've listened to it closely enough to where reacting to it is going to be a problem. So without any further ado, let's do this. Home Free with Avi Kaplan, two of the best bassists in the world on one song. Yeah, that in and of itself. Wow. This was also back before, let me think here. This is when Chris Rupp was with the band. That's Adam Rupp's brother. So I think his spot was taken by Chance, I believe. So Home Free has had a number of personnel changes, but they've still kept their amazing sound. All right, let's do this. Let's fall into a burning ring of fire, shall we?
Love is a burning thing, and it makes a fiery ring. And bound by wild desire, I fell into a ring of fire. Fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 and the flames went higher. And it burns, 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 the ring of fire, the ring of fire.
Lot to unpack. All right, lot to unpack right off the bat here. The richness of the tone of both Tim and Avi in the beginning there definitely brings Johnny Cash to mind. Johnny had that deep, booming bass voice as well. A lot of times it sounded like he wasn't even singing. He was just sort of speaking the words, but it still worked. This very powerful voice with a lot of darkness in it. And you get those vibes from both Tim and Avi there. And then when you go from that to Austin, of course, he has since left the band, but I was always impressed by how anytime Austin started singing in a song, like you always felt it. There was this youthfulness to his sound, this vigor, this innocence almost. So you sort of have the light and dark right off the bat with, youthful, unknowing, unaware innocence, and then the darkness that it's willing to dive into. And then, of course, Adam Rupp, he's a human drum kit. Just amazing arsenal of sounds that he's able to produce at will, right on, like he's got to be spot on with this, as does everybody. And it is interesting that even with a different personnel, the those harmonies are as lush and as rich as they've been. That's been Humphrey's trademark for a while. So I'm going to start this again just because I want to catch that transition one more time. But I love that opening. I love the visual with them around the campfire. I always love that. If something ever happens and all the lights go out, you'll still be able to stand around a fire and sing to each other. So one of the art will outlast a lot. That's been proven. There's cave paintings that were done during the Ice Age, and it was always assumed that people would be too busy surviving during then. But they found time to create art. So what does that say? All right, so yeah, I love the slow kind of almost ominous opening, and then boom, it comes into a more upbeat sound, dare I say, sort of a joyful sound. The original had that as well. So let's rewind this, shall we?
Love is a burning thing, and it makes a fiery ring, and bound by wild desire, I fell into a ring of fire. Fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 and the flames went higher. And it burns, 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 the ring of fire, the ring of fire. The taste of love is sweet when hearts like ours meet. And I fell for you like a child. Whoa, the fire went wild. I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 and the flames went higher. And it burns, 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 the ring of fire, the ring of fire.
I didn't want to pause at a bad time. That is a great image. Tim standing behind a giant wall of flame with a huge smile on his face. How many octaves did Avi drop in that line? Avi and Tim have similar ranges. I feel like the new bass singer is one that the bass is like one of the more developed aspects of their sound. It's like a natural sound for them, but they can still take their sound as high as they want. Avi has this very smooth, rich, rumbling sound going on. And when he goes up, like some of that weight just kind of disappears. He has this sort of like light, breathy sound, which is so I guess he's a man of two elements, earth and wind. But how much skill does it take to be able to go down like that? Had to be at least a couple of octaves. Yeah, that's. I wonder if Tim and Avi actually enjoyed working with each other in this, because they could show the whole breadth of their sound. They could sing high and they know they'd have another really solid dude holding down the bass. I mean, Tim looks happy. So let me get. I had to say something. I'm sorry. I got to hear that again. And just a smile on his face afterwards. He's like, "Yep, nailed that," and it was awesome. So, yeah.
Whoa, the fire went wild. I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 and the flames went higher. And it burns, 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 the ring of fire, the ring of fire. Yeah, love is a burning thing, a fiery ring, bound by wild desire. I fell into a ring of fire. I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 and the flames went higher. And it burns, burns, burns.
Yeah, I forgot how just jam-packed full of awesome moments this song is. So after that amazing drop from Avi, Tim responds like, okay, fine, you want to go down like that? I'm going to take my voice up. And Tim also has that ability to make that weight disappear from his voice, has a very light, very nimble, like agile sound up there. He's doing some really nice runs. And that sort of flip into his falsetto, beautifully done. I think both guys have like 5-octave ranges, which for a dude is pretty ridiculous, quite frankly. But they are really talented guys. It's interesting that my first pause was Tim in front of the Flames, and now it's Avi. Yeah, this is a bass showcase, if you will. And then that key change where they brought the harmonies higher, and then when they sort of dropped everything else out and had the harmonies singing higher. You guys know what I'm talking about. And then Adam Rupp's drum fill, except there were no drums. Yeah, when I hear the term double bass, I'm used to thinking like the drumming technique, but there's double bass in this song and no drums. Yeah, Home Free are awesome. Wow. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm doing a lot of pausing and rewinding. There's so many great moments. And that's Mr. Rupp right there. Off out with a cowboy hat.
Takes a fiery ring, bound by wild desire. I fell into a ring of fire. I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 and the flames went higher. And it burns, 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 the ring of fire. The ring of fire, the ring of fire, the ring of fire. Burns, the ring of fire. The ring of fire, the ring of fire, the ring of fire.
So the song is so amazing, I forgot to change my camera views on that last pause. And like if you have loose paneling in your house or an old speaker system, this song will absolutely your house will come apart, your speakers will explode. Wow. Yeah, those frequencies were subterranean. Like yeah, Avi did another sort of slide down super low, and then Tim held out that if I remember right, once again, learned this from the charismatic voice, singing low like that, you need to take in a lot more air. And that note actually seemed to have a lot of air in it. So Tim must have, he must have like super lungs or something. Wow. And then as he held that, you had the bright and airy harmonies behind him. Wow. And the song is like 3 minutes long. There is a lot of awesomeness packed into that 3 minutes. Damn. This is, I think, Home Free's most popular video, and I can see why. Yeah, this was amazing. I think the man in black himself would approve. Guys, I think I'm going to alternate doing classic Home Free and newer Home Free. So keep leaving suggestions. I think there's one that popped up in a couple. Something about getting down. Probably be doing that next because I definitely want to hear more from the new fella, Adam Bellabastine. Is I saying that right? But yeah, always great to revisit classic Home Free. So again, hit me up in the comments. Let me know what you think. And yeah, you guys have a great day. And sometimes jumping into a ring of fire can be worth it. Just know what you're jumping into. Mental health is real. Be a part of the start. Take care of yourself so you can take care of others. And music is your best support group. I'm out of breath. It's crazy. All right. Thank you guys very much. And have a good one. Be seeing you around.